Joining me, I have Felix Reyes Jr. and Timothy White Jr. On today's show, we'll be discussing the College Football Playoffs National Championship. Is the NFL the no-fun league? Is Steph Curry the best point guard in the 21st century? The St. Louis Rams relocation to LA? And our top 5 for the week. So let's get this play started. Another season of college football is wrapped up in the books. The University of Alabama faced Clemson Tigers in the national championship. They walked away with the score of 45-40. Now, let's see. What do you guys think about the game?
Well, to start off, congratulations to Alabama and Nick Saban, who is the GOAT of all college football, man. But Clemson, I picked Clemson to win, and Clemson needed the game of Deshaun Watson's life, and they got it, and they still lost.
They really did.
They got the game of his life, and they lost.
If I'm not mistaken, he went for what, 407 yards, 4 touchdowns?
4 touchdowns.
Only one interceptions? Man, that guy played his heart out. But the thing that really broke Clemson was the fact that, man, they were getting ran on like it was like the defense couldn't stop them.
Ran up on the plug?
Ran off on the plug twice. Derrick Henry with 36 attempts, 158 yards.
Right.
Man, it was like every time he touched the ball, it was like at least 5 yards he was getting. The defense didn't know what to do with him. And on top of that, Clemson's running game, man, was it weak. All they can do was pass. That's why Watson had such a great game.
Right. But to me, the guy that stole the show was the tight end, O.J. Howard, who seemed to be left roaming freely on multiple plays. He ended up having 5 receptions for 208 yards and 2 touchdowns. And the play that changed the game in this game was when Alabama actually went for an onside kick after they had already scored, got the onside kick back, and then scored another touchdown. And Clemson was playing from behind after that.
Which was very crazy. It was very, very crazy in my opinion. Man, but I have to give a personal shout out to Jay Coker. Because in the beginning of the season, we didn't know if he had a starting position.
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy had 16 completions with 25 attempts, 335 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Man, MVP performance in my opinion.
Definitely. But you know, Derrick Henry, the Heisman Award winner, showed up and showed out.
Definitely.
158 yards, 3 touchdowns. So congratulations to Alabama on their national championship run.
I'm still mad though. And honestly, to add this in, Clemson probably would have done a lot better, especially with on the wide receiver core.
Right.
If at least Deion Kane was playing. He was one of the 3 that had got suspended. Man, I hate to see the homie go down like that, but hopefully he comes back with a vengeance next season.
Yeah. All right. So we head over to Eric for this week's Street Corner.
Welcome to a brand new season of Street Corner. I'm your host, Eric White, and on this edition, we're going to be asking the students of Cookman what do they think about NFL players and their celebration after they score a touchdown in the end zone.
Well, I feel like it's a game, you know what I'm saying? Like, people shouldn't take it so serious. It's a celebration. These are people doing a job, but it's not only a job. This is like a part of their life. They don't need to be penalized for a celebration where these are like people. These are like regular people. These are like me and you. Like, you score a touchdown, you're happy, it's hard to get a touchdown, dance or whatever, have fun. Not to be taken so serious or in disrespect.
I think the post-score celebration is nothing bad, I don't think they should be fined for it. Long story short, if you don't want a man celebrating in your house or in any end zone, you got to keep him out of it. If you don't, they going to dance to show how good they are, If you sticky enough, you might as well be sticky with the moves.
Yes, I think athletes should be able to celebrate after scoring a touchdown because not everybody scores a touchdown. It's something that is important. It caused you to win. You should be excited about being able to do so. You think? Yeah.
I feel as though they should get in trouble for it, like how Cam Newton gives away the ball every time. He makes a kid's day every day. He should get fined for that.
It's a part of the game. When you make a big play, why not showcase it? Sometimes it's excessive, but when you got a crowd full of multiple thousand people, you put on the show. They paid their money to come see you, so why not give them a show?
I feel like they're NFL players, and they work very hard to be in the position that they are in today. And if they want to celebrate after they score a touchdown, let them. Go ahead. You've earned it. You've earned the right to do whatever you want. You're in the big position right now where everybody's watching you on the stage. So I feel like people shouldn't be fined for the end zone celebrations, or people shouldn't look down upon people when they do celebrations in the NFL. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Eric, for this week's Street Corner. You don't often see end zone celebrations in college football. 50 years ago in the NFL, there was no such thing as celebrating after scoring a touchdown. It wasn't until when New York Giants wide receiver Homer Jones started what was beginning of a new trend, the Thunder Strike. 50 years later, the end zone celebration is the show of football. From primetime Deion Sanders to Paul Palmer's, and now the new kids on the block, Odell Beckham Jr. and Cam Newton. With their signature dances like the dab and the whip, the NFL believes that the end zone celebrations is a little bit too much fun in the game today. It needs to settle down. Is the NFL the no fun league? What are some of your thoughts? Felix, let's start with you.
Definitely no fun league. I have no problem with these end zone dances or celebrations or anything like that. My whole thing is, if you don't want me to celebrate, and I'm a defensive player and I don't want you to celebrate, I'm gonna keep you out the end zone. If I'm an offensive player and you don't want me to score, you don't want me to dance in the end zone and embarrass you, keep me out the end zone. Don't let me score, or else I'm gonna embarrass you and I'm gonna have a fun time while I'm doing it.
But here's the thing. It's not the defense that doesn't like the celebrating as much as the NFL itself.
Yes.
Right.
And that's the problem. You have guys like Chad Johnson, Steve Smith, Randy Moss, and those were the guys from my childhood that used to go in
Right.
the end zone and celebrate. I mean, come on now, it's just all fun and games, right? Because at the end of the game, what are we playing? At the end of the day, what are we playing the game for? Are we playing the game really for the money, or are we playing to have fun? When you were
Right.
playing as a child, were you playing for money, or were you playing to have fun? You were playing to have fun. Come on now.
Right.
Why can't the guys out there have fun? Even though they're grown men, yes, they're supposed to act accordingly, yes. But why is Cam Newton getting accused of over excessive celebration when all he did was
Right.
give a football to a guy and then hit the dab?
Yeah.
And
I
a
don't have a
child
problem
at
with
that.
it. Right.
Come on now.
Now, sometimes the dances could be a little excessive, like Will Gay from Pittsburgh, where he was all on the ground and he was crawling, and the assistant coach came off the sideline and was crawling on the ground with him.
Man,
but
When you
think
look,
about
hey,
it, all
nothing
of
wrong
that
with
was
it.
really
As
started
long
from
as
back,
it doesn't exceed
back.
30
Right.
seconds.
I had no problem with it. It was a great time. At the same time, as a viewer watching the game, you're watching it and you want the entertainment value, and that's what the end zone celebrations do. They bring an entertainment value
Exactly.
to the game.
And for some reason, it seems like the NFL can't seem to understand that the celebrations are a part of the game at the end of the day.
Right.
Yes.
It's what makes the game, and the fans enjoy it. So if the fans enjoy it, why is there a problem? Why is this a topic? Why are we talking about this?
It's a good question, too.
That is a good question. All right, so we'll come back to you with Steph Curry. Is he the best point guard in the 21st century?
Oh my.
See you after the break.
This is life. I breathe this. I breathe, sleep, eat. I bleed this.
Watch me whip. It's Tuesday. Watch me nay nay. It's Newsday. Now watch me whip. Watch me nay nay. Hey, you ready?
Today is not Tuesday News Day. It's Wednesday. We shoot Sports Corner today. What are you talking about?
What you talking about? And why you got these chairs right here? Today
This is for Sports Corner.
This is everything to us. I make love to this place. This place is life. BCU Campus TV. It's where it's at.
You don't want to help?
Nah, partner.
You can help, man.
It ain't Tuesday.
Tired of having nothing to watch? Or tired of watching the same thing on TV every day, like Love and Hip Hop? Wouldn't you want to see your fellow Wildcats with TV shows of their own right here on campus? Are you thirsty for the hot topic? Or want the scoop for the next draft pick? Want some real life TV? Or catch a sporting event? BCU Campus TV has it all. Tune into Channel 2 for your daily dose. Welcome back. All right. So after being named MVP for the 2014-15 season, Stephen Curry has been climbing the charts as one of the top basketball players in the game. So the question held, is he the best point guard in the 21st century? Tim, let's start with you.
Now look, before I say anything, I'm just gonna say this: Stephen Curry is the best point guard in the league, the best player in the league right now. But in the 21st century, I beg to differ. The stats don't lie. Let's look at Steph Curry's career stats.
All right.
21.7 points per game, 6.8 assists per game, 4.2 rebounds per game. let's look at Chris Paul. 18.7 points per game. This is career stats, by the way. 9.9 assists per game and 4.4 rebounds per game. Technically, Chris Paul's stats are better than Steph Curry's, but you want to dub him the best player in the 21st century? Y'all want to put him on top 5 in the point guards of all time? I beg to differ. I don't see why you would do that when Russell Westbrook's career stats are better than Steph Curry's career stats as of right now. Russell Westbrook averages 21.7 points per game. 21.4, excuse me. 7.3 assists per game and 5.4 rebounds. That's all around better than Steph Curry right now. Now, I'm not saying he's all around better than Steph Curry this season, but career stat-wise, which is within the 21st century, yes. And don't even get me started on the players that came in the 90s and still played in the 21st century via Allen Iverson. Come on now, guys. Let's be realistic here. Don't put yourself all the way into the hype. Felix, what do you have to say about it?
I utterly and completely disagree with your statements just now. In my opinion, Steph Curry is the best player of the 21st century right now. And I know AI is out there. I know Chris Paul is out there.
Westbrook?
I know. Can I talk? Can I talk?
Don't forget
I know Westbrook is out
you
there.
guys, come on.
But, like you said, you pulled out career stats. Let's look at career success. Steph Curry has 1 MVP for the league. He also has a championship. I don't see a ring on any of those guys' fingers. I see Allen Iverson, who played a full career and only got 1 MVP as well. So you got to look at those career successes, and he still has at least about another 10 years to go in this league. And to me, that means a lot other than just statistical numbers.
Okay. I see what you're talking about with career successes and everything.
Right.
But let's look at this. Okay, Robert Horry has what?
You would
5
point out,
rings? Is he one of the
Curry
best power forwards
hits a 3. Steph Curry, his second three-pointer.
You got to
And
look
Golden
at
State back up by
the
15.
contributions that he made to the team. He wasn't the guy. He wasn't the go-to guy ever in his career. He just got a lucky career to the point where he ended up in the right place at the right time a lot of times. Same thing with Derek Fisher. Derek Fisher has 5 titles. Would you rather be Steph Curry or would you rather be Derek Fisher right now?
I'd definitely rather be Steph Curry.
Exactly.
All right, then.
But my point is, look, you're comparing Derek Fisher to Steph Curry.
And you compare Robert Horry to Steph Curry.
Look, this is what I'm saying. I'm talking about regarding your whole situation with success.
Right.
That's your point, right?
Right.
Okay, with success, okay, then that's when we throw rings in there. That's when we throw accomplishments in there.
And he
But
has
when you're
more
talking
than
about,
all of those
But when
guys.
you're talking about the best, at the end of the day, numbers don't lie. Statistics show that Steph Curry, career-wise, is not even having the best career as a point guard that's still active in the league, that came in the league in the 21st century.
He's averaging 30 points per game.
I'm talking about career stats, Felix, not seasonal. I said he's the best player in the league this season.
Right.
He's the best player in the world this season. But career-wise, I'm not ready to dub him the best point guard in the 21st century yet, just based off the fact that at the end of the day, and this is not me being biased, but at the end of the day, numbers don't lie. Russell Westbrook's career stats right now are still better than Steph Curry's. So why would I dub him the best point guard in the 21st century?
Because the other thing you got to look at is how is he affecting the culture? Steph Curry right now is changing the game once again since Allen Iverson kind of revolutionized the point guard position.
And Russell Westbrook isn't?
As of right now, not really. Like Steph Curry is showing that if you can shoot in this league, you don't have to jump out the gym. Because right now, I'll take 3 points.
He went to the All-Star game last year.
And he's a good player, but Kyle Korver cannot dribble like Steph Curry can.
I'm just saying.
Russell Westbrook can't even dribble like Steph Curry can.
But at the end of the day,
he can get his own
what
shot.
point guard do you know has 16 triple-doubles and counting within the last 2 seasons?
But it's a difference. Russell Westbrook plays more of aggressive.
Exactly.
And Stephen Curry is more.
They have 2.
So now you're changing the argument because now you were talking about career statistical, and you're talking about now you're breaking it down even smaller to the last 2 seasons.
I'm just saying. I'm talking about
because
stats.
then if we do that, then who won the MVP last season?
I'm still on
who
stats.
Who can win the MVP again this season?
I'm still on stats. I'm not on awards. You feel me? I'm still on stats. This is what I'm saying. You're saying Steph Curry changed the game. He did this. He did that. Russell Westbrook is changing the game definitely at the point guard position to where technically you don't need a traditional point guard to play point guard.
Exactly.
And don't get
And
me
Steph
wrong.
Curry is
That's what
not
I'm
a
saying.
traditional
Steph
point
Curry,
guard.
Steph Curry is doing the same, even though they have two different styles. But at the end of the day, like I said, numbers never lie. He's technically not the best point guard according to his career stats in the league as of right now. So therefore, I'm not dubbing him that yet. I'm not taking anything away from Steph Curry, but I'm not giving
Sounds
him
like
that.
it.
I'm not giving him that best point guard in the 21st century. You know how big of a title that is?
Yes,
And like I
and
said,
I think he can
like
hold
I said,
that
we're
title.
not even mentioning majority of the point guards that came in from the 90s. Only person I mentioned was Allen Iverson. There's a
Right.
lot more. You got guys like Gary Payton who still played and got a ring with the Heat.
He stole that ring on the way out.
Man,
I'm not
look.
giving him that.
Man,
I'm not
look.
giving him that.
Man, look, don't blame
I'll
the
give you
man.
more respect if you
Don't
would have
blame
brought
the
up
man.
Steve
Juwan
Nash.
Howard did the same thing.
Or
Don't
Jason
blame him.
Kidd,
Right.
Rajon Rondo, you know,
Jason
there's
Kidd,
other
no,
people in
no,
there.
I don't like Jason Kidd. He switched out on the Nets. That's a
Oh,
personal.
wow.
That's a personal.
That's a little
That's a
too-
personal.
too
Still
much.
hurt?
You're
I'm
it's
still
okay.
hurt.
It's okay.
I'm still hurt. That's
It's
a personal
okay.
though. We're not gonna
It's
dwell
okay.
on that.
But he still retired as the number one point guard when he left. So it's
One of
okay.
them. One of them.
You know,
I'll give him that.
best to do it
He was
in
in the
that
top
position.
3. But
So-
definitely one of the best assistant point guards. I'll give
Yes.
him that.
All right. So you good? You okay now?
Let me get myself.
We're just
together.
gonna have to agree to disagree with
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, we're gonna have to agree.
Well, we see how those thoughts were. All right. Well, it looks like sunny California will have a new NFL team joining them, as the St. Louis Rams are relocating to Inglewood, California, possibly. So, what are your thoughts on this relocation?
Inglewood.
Always up to
It
no
is-
good.
It is a great
Inglewood
move.
up to no good?
It's a great move for the NFL. The number 2 market in the nation, Los Angeles, should have a football team. You can make more money in Los Angeles than you can in St. Louis when you have a professional football team. And it's business. I don't really feel bad for the St. Louis fans because a lot of people said that they feel bad for them. I don't really feel bad for them only because it's business. And I don't think St. Louis felt bad when the Rams moved from Los Angeles there after the 1994 season. So why should I feel bad that the team moved back?
Well, at the end of the day, I'm looking at it like this from this perspective. No love lost, no love gained.
Right.
At the end of the day, are the Rams going to be better just because they're in L.A.? Maybe,
Well,
maybe not.
I mean, you have the San Diego Chargers.
I mean, you have
They're
the
in
Oakland
LA.
Raiders who are definitely on the come up. Who
Where?
are definitely on the
Where?
come up. Derek Carr is going to have another great season,
So,
better than
I guess
ever.
you're still sticking with the Raiders this season?
Always.
Or
Why
next
would I?
season?
Always.
Or the season after that?
Always. I bleed silver and black. But back to the subject. The fact that the St. Louis Rams dissed their city before they moved back to LA, I felt like that was a little unprofessional. Come on
Right.
now, guys. You always talk about reverting back to the celebration. You talk about being professional on the field. Let's be professional behind the desk.
Right.
Come on now. Don't diss your city and then leave them. Just, say.
Right, because
okay,
you're ruining their chances of getting another team by
Exactly.
saying you can't make much money here and it's a financial ruin if you come here with a team. But
Exactly, and past players from the St. Louis Rams have failed to disagree because they know the fans have came out and supported them back in the Torrey Holt, Mark Bulger days.
Right.
And Marshall
Kurt
Faulk
Warner
back in
and all
those days.
The only thing is the Rams better figure out a way to get better and get better quick.
Definitely.
These are their records since 2010. 7-9, 2-14, 7-8-1. They had a tie. 7-9, 6-10, and 7-9. You're not making the playoffs with those records. And being from Los Angeles, nobody's really gonna support a loser for too long.
Hey, y'all been
Ask the
supporting the
Clippers.
Lakers.
Ask the Clippers.
Y'all been supporting the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
The Lakers are the largest, almost the second largest brand, I would say, probably in professional sports. Period, though.
Nah,
They have
yeah.
a tradition of winning.
Based off their history.
Right.
I'll give you
The
that. I'll cut you some slack.
The
I'll
record,
cut you
the
some
record
slack.
this season is really not looking like
Right, because LA will support the team for the few years that the stadium's still being built in 2019, and probably a few years after that, because everybody's going to want to come to the stadium and see all the bells and whistles.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're still not putting out a good product on the field and making the playoffs and having a chance to go and win the Super Bowl, they're not going to come out and support you anymore.
Definitely.
That's that.
And also, there was also rumor that the San Diego Chargers might join them with the relocation. How do y'all feel about that? If that
I'm
was to
fine
happen.
with it.
Look.
You know, that's my favorite team.
Oh, yeah, we know.
I'm not a Chargers fan. As long as
Sadly.
Raiders stay in the Bay, unless they're going to move to New Jersey or Tampa Bay, that's all that
The
matters.
Jersey,
what I was-
y'all already got the Jets.
Man,
Yeah.
look, no, we don't. We need them.
And the
Bring the
Giants playing
Jets.
Jersey,
Bring
too.
the Giants and the Jets play in New Jersey. They play in East Rutherford. Come on now. Give us one of them. If you're not going to give us both, give us one. Come on, man.
Well, technically, the Jets are kind of more of New Jersey fans. you know.
Yeah,
and then the Giants are
right.
New York, you know.
You're right, but still, at the end of the day, the fact that it says New York Jets, it still irks me just a little bit. Just because that's the state I was born
You got the little J.
Come on now.
Look at the J as a representation of Jersey.
It needs to be JJ. That's all I'm saying.
JJ, the Jersey Jets.
Jersey Jets.
The Jersey. Now, tell me that ain't got a ring to it.
Jersey
Come on
Jets.
now, y'all. Come on
Okay.
now, y'all. Tell me that doesn't have a ring to it. Come on, man. Give us something. Give Tampa Bay. Give Tampa Bay some more renovations to the Bucks too. We need something better out there. Raymond James Stadium looking kind of weak.
Well, so Tim, do we got a top 5 this week?
We definitely have a top 5, y'all. Let's go ahead and get to it.
ECG, Mark.
360 time! Well, just about the drive of the game, I guess.
Tough as Jeremy, man. I mean, he just got hit in the nose, bloodied, and goes right back and finds contact again.
Clearly their best chance, speaking of the Hornets, to come back and get this win here at Staples Center is with Lynn and Walker out there together.
8-0 in the first 1 minute plus. Here's Ellis, finds McGee, over Capella.
Johnny, very good play there. And how about the pass? Really solid pass and recognition on the part of Monte Ellis. Recognition, seeing Howard jump out, trying to protect his Capella loop. And that's poster lane. Now, starting to figure out. 23-20. Stolen by LeBron James. Oh, a 2-on-9. LeBron James sailing in and scoring. Boy, what a defense. Defense will do for you. So LeBron James saw it coming.
Rubio will dish. Muhammad! Whoa! Ferocious finish in the grill of Kevin Durant.
Turnover, get the open court, and finish with power.
What a play that was,
that was
you guys.
Ran off on the plug twice.
That's all we have for you today. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at VCU Sports Corners from Timothy White Jr. and Felix Reyes Jr. and myself, Dominique Williams. Be sure to keep sports in your corner.
Steph Curry the best.
Oakland Raiders 2017 champs, baby. Super Bowl champs.
Get out of here.